Today we're going to learn a new recipe, one that we've not done before. We're going to prepare a seafood well known as prawns, and other people call it shrimps. Here they are. We are going to make ginger garlic prawns, which are going to be served together with coconut rice and a mix of sauteed vegetables. So the first thing that we're going to work on is our shrimps. So we have our shrimps here. Before you cook your shrimps, there are two things that you need to do to them. The first thing is to deshell them. As you can see, our shrimps have shells. So the first thing that you do is deshell them. Then the other thing is to devein. They usually have veins, and you have to remove them before cooking. So we're going to begin by deshelling our shrimps. It's not a hard process. It's very easy. The first thing that you do is you cut off the head. Then you make a slit at the back of the shrimp. Then you peel off the shell. So this is the basic way of doing it. Very easy. So we are going to do them in two ways. One, we are going to remove the tail. The other one, we are not going to remove the tail. So the first one is we are going to leave the tail. Then deveining, you cut the back and then you remove the vein. Here it is. So this is the second process that you do before you cook your shrimp. So we repeat the same process to all the shrimps that we have here. This one has already been deshelled. So you want to remove the vein. So you make a slit at the back. Then you remove the vein. So we're going to repeat the same process to all the shrimps that we have here. So remove the head, then you deshell them. From bottom, then all around that way. It's not a hard process, you just need to be careful. So from there on, then you devein. Where you remove the vein. So we are going to dehead all of them. Shrimps can be taken as main meals. You can also use them as starters. You can also use them when you want to make salads. So we've removed the heads. So now the next thing is to deshell them. You just need to be extra careful to ensure that the shell does not harm you. There are different ways of deshelling. You can use your hands, as I'm using. You can use a fork and a knife, or a fork and a spoon. That's another way. So you deshell it all around. We're going to do some with tails and some without tails. So you just need to be careful to ensure that you don't harm your hands because of the shell. So that is another way. You just remove the first 2 or 3 shells, then you cut the tail, and then you pull it that way. So you remove the first 3 shells, then you pull it. You can see. So one more try. Repeat the same, remove 3 shells. So we're almost done. So it's very easy. I'm going to show you using the last one, how to deshell number 1 and how to devein. So it's very easy. You remove the first 3 shells that way. Then you hold it that way. Then you cut it off from the tail. Then hold it and pull. And there you have it. So when it comes to deveining, you press it and then you just make a slight cut. Then you can see the vein. Then you remove this. Once you cook it with this vein, you're going to find that the flavor is not as sweet as it would be compared to the one that has been deveined. So we have our shrimps there. These ones have been deshelled and the tails have been removed. Then we have 3 pieces which have their tails on. These are going to go on a different plate. So from there on, we are going to marinate our shrimps. It's very easy. We are going to use salt. So we'll do it from inside here. A pinch of salt. Some oil, some black pepper, and then garlic and ginger. This is fresh garlic. You can opt to do powder. So put it inside there. Then we have our ginger. So the same process. You can always use a blender and blend the 2, garlic and ginger, to make ginger garlic paste. or you can use a mincer. So once that is done, that is all that we need. Then you're going to mix it all together. Then our shrimps, or rather prawns, are ready to be cooked. So we are going to put our pan on. As we wait for the pan to get hot, we are going to prepare our coconut rice. Coconut rice is basically the normal rice that you cook at home. Then you use coconut milk, or you can also use desiccated coconut. So we are going to take our sufuria and also put it on fire. Then we'll need oil and water. So our prawns are ready. What we are waiting on is the pan to get hot. So as always, ensure that every part of the pan is well oiled. So as we wait for that to get hot, there are two ways of making the coconut rice. The first one is where we have water and oil. We boil it, then we add in the rice. Then today we are going to do a different way, apart from that one, where we are going to use onion and cook it like fried rice. So the first thing that we do is work on our onion. The oil is yet to get hot, so we give it a few more minutes. So our oil is hot. So now we are going to cook our shrimps. Shrimp does not take long to cook, so each side just needs about 2 to 3 minutes. So some more oil to ensure that it does not burn. So you need to ensure that you do not cook it for long, because when you cook it for long, it becomes gummy and chewy. So cook it until it's golden and brown at the edges. Remember, you do not want to overcook it, as I had told you earlier, because if you overcook it, it's going to be gummy and chewy and you're not going to enjoy them. So the shrimps are now ready. As you can see, they are done. They are looking very nice. So that is how they look. So we are going to set them aside. So in the onions, some oil, some salt, so we said and showcased two ways. The first way is you boil water together with the oil. That is the first way. Now this is the second way, how you make your coconut rice. Cook your onions. So we have our coconut milk here. You can use any type of coconut milk, and you can also use desiccated coconut. You'll still get the same result. So you want them to lightly cook, you do not want them to turn brown. So once that is done, you add in the coconut milk, add it in, all of it. So now that is the base of the flavor of coconut to the rice. Now from there on, we are going to add in our rice. And stir. So once that is fully infused, we are going to add in water, and our water has some oil. So our coconut rice is good to go. So we are going to give it about 5 to 10 minutes, bring it to a boil, and it's going to be ready for service. So we are going to take a short breather. Be sure to stay tuned so that you can watch and learn till the end of this episode. Our meals are done. We have our coconut rice here. It's ready. We have our ginger garlic, prawns or shrimps are also ready. And we have our stir fry mixed vegetables. So we are going to plate, and we are going to begin with the coconut rice. So if you don't have a cup at home, you can use your normal cup or just a plastic cup. Just ensure you wrap it very well with cling film so that the rice does not stick. So there is our rice. We are going to put it there, and there we have it. So from there on, we are going to plate the prawns. As you can see, we have two. One has the tail on, and the others do not have the tail on. So we're going to set that aside, and we're going to use the ones that do not have a tail. So the next part is the vegetables. These are our first plates. So that is coconut rice with the prawns, which do not have the tails on, together with the mixed vegetables. Now we're going to work on the second plate. So as we always say, plating is all about creativity. You can get creative as much as possible. And be sure to try these and send to us pictures via our social media platforms at KUTV Kenya on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So we have our coconut rice, all plated. The next thing will be our vegetables. Then we are going to finish off the plate with the prawns, with the tail. Then we're going to finish it off with some garnish. So be sure to try this at home. It's a fun experience before you get to sit down and enjoy the meal. So our food is ready. Here we have the first plate. As you can see it, we have the coconut rice, we have the prawns on top, and we have the vegetables on the side. That is the first presentation. Here we have the second presentation, where we have our coconut rice. It is submerged all around by vegetables. Then we have the line of prawns. So be sure to try this at home and share the pictures with us so that we can see your level of creativity. Thank you very much for staying tuned. Until we meet again, I'm your chef and host, John International 254.